if you're looking for a credit card with 0 inquiries, all right, there's a couple things that you need to understand. When people say 0 inquiries, what that is that they're not going to do a hard inquiry on your credit file. However, that does not mean that they're not going to do some kind of background credit check, okay, with the third-party credit bureaus, all right? So I'm just letting you know that, but I'm going to tell you some of the credit cards that I would go after, especially if I have bad credit and I'm trying to rebuild my credit. These are probably some of the best credit cards you should take a look at. Now, the first one is Arrow, A-R-R-O, okay? Now, the reason is that when you have bad credit, this actually gives you a credit card line up to $2,500. Now, here's the downside of that is that you actually have to be on mobile in order to get this here. Now, they do charge a fee of $36 annually. However, depending on your credit limit, they will give you anywhere from $12 to $24 discount on that $36 annual fee. All right, so that's the first credit card. The next credit card is Extra Debit. Now, here's the thing about it that people are sleeping on with this Extra Debit card. Now, I keep on telling you this here Extra Debit card, it'll give you up to $1,500. All right, now, here's the thing about it. It will report to your Experian and Equifax, but they use third-party data in order to qualify you, just like RO. So you're not having to worry about, is my credit too bad? They work with anybody. Now, the thing about it, just like with RO, you have to have at least $150 with RO, right? And your checking account. So that means you have to have an active checking account with deposits, all right? So that's why it confuses people, because people are not aware that you do have to have at least $150 in deposits, which is not a lot of money, right? Especially if you guys have been using the employment hack that I've been telling you about. If you work in a regular 9-to-5 job, going to your HR and requesting the W-4 form to file exempt so they can stop taking federal taxes out of your check. All right, this is going to boost up your income. It also positions you by they seeing that you have more money in your checking account, coming into your checking account. It makes it much easier for you to request higher limits also. All right, so that's one thing about it. Now, again, with Extra Debit, yes, you do have to have deposits going into your checking account. All right, but that's the second card. Now, the next card that I would look at is GM. Now, here's the thing about it, what I tell you about the GM hack. With the GM hack, basically, you go over to GM, you do a pre-approval, right? And once you see what you actually qualify for, then you open up a second window. And when you open up the second window, you want to freeze your TransUnion because they pulled from TransUnion FICO 9. You freeze that and then put in an application, all right? And then this will not allow them to do a hard pull on the credit file. So then what on the back end, they may check like LexisNexis or something like that, but it's no hard pull on the regular credit file from the major credit bureaus, right? And then you can actually do that play the same way with the Apple credit card, all right? So doing it with the Apple credit card, it's the same thing. You know, you see what your limit is. Once you know your limit, again, going over to a second screen, freezing the credit bureau, and then going after it. Now, one of the things about it, I tell people, even if you're going to get a hard inquiry, you should look for low-hanging fruit. And I'll tell you about those low-hanging fruit anyway, because it's going to be to your benefit, all right? Now, the next credit card you want to look at is Upstart, okay? So with Upstart, their situation is they usually will do a TransUnion LexisNexis also, all right? So think about it with Upstart, a lot of people, they have a hard time getting approved and stuff. And it's because that when you lock up that third-party credit bureau, when you lock up those third-party credit bureaus before you going after a credit card, especially like with Upstart, using LexisNexis. That's going to get you denied, or they'll reach out to you and say, hey, you need to unfreeze this in order to qualify. Anybody that has the Upstart card, put a comment below. Let me know, what do you think about that card? Do you like it? You don't like it? Let me know if you have it, all right? Now, another card you want to look at is the Patel. Now, here's the thing about it with Patel. They have 3 different cards, right? And so with them having 3 different cards, they have the Patel Rise. That's when you don't qualify for the Patel One. Now, the Patel Rise goes from $350 up to $3,500. Now, here's the thing about it. This is when you have real bad credit, okay? And they want to give you a chance. Of course, they're going to charge you an annual fee for that card. But then the Patel One card, it goes from $300 up to $5,000. All right. But that's telling them that your credit score is above a 620. Okay, in order to qualify for that card. And this is one of the plays I continue to tell people. Instead of going to your bank to qualify for credit cards and stuff, I would build up off the back end with these third-party credit card issuers. All right, it makes it so much easier. Now, again, here's the good part about that. Because you can add like utility bills, authorized user, rental payments, okay? When you can add those things to help build up that, this doesn't count against you, because these are your FICO 9 and these are third-party credit bureaus and stuff that they use third-party information in order to help qualify you as well. So that's the reason why at this point you want to use those third-party information to build up the file. All right, I'm telling you, if you do that, it makes it even much easier for these other credit cards I'm finna tell you about. Now, like I said, when you have a low credit score, one of the things about it, by you adding the utilities, authorized users and stuff, and let me explain something about authorized users. People, if you have a family member that, say they go to Navy Federal, and Navy Federal gives them a $25,000 credit card, right? Now, Navy Federal pulls TransUnion FICO 9. Now, here's the thing about it. If they put you on that credit card, that's not going to do anything for you. And here's the reason why. Because it has no history, right? And people are like, well, it has a high limit, but that's not going to do anything because the account is too new. There's no data there, right? Only time a credit line that's going to do something to benefit you is when that authorized user is over 2 years old. Okay, if it's over 2 years old, it's going to help you. And then the utilization, I tell people to have it, to give it the biggest impact, keeping that utilization around 10%. Most people said 30%, but they find out that's not true. It's the 10% rule. And then that will shoot your credit score up. All right. So that's the reason I tell you that. Now, let me tell you about some of these other credit cards that you should go after when you have bad credit, because again, adding the authorized user, the rental payments and stuff is going to boost up the credit score. But what it's doing is enhancing your Vantage score. Okay. It's enhancing your Vantage score. And so by enhancing your Vantage score, is going to enhance your Vantage 3 and your Vantage 4 credit score, right? So by doing that, I always tell you, like Baxter Credit Union, all right? You join the Life Money U Foundation for $5, but it's a Vantage 3, okay? Then I tell you about Veridian, and these are non-geo restricted. And for those of you who don't know what non-geo restricted means, that anybody can join. Now, again, with ECU, they're going to want to do a phone consultation, right? But at the same time, they will open up account. They will work with you, all right? Now, here's the thing that people fail at, because they won't open up the account. They'll just apply for a credit card. Here's the thing about it. Because you don't have a relationship with them, even if you have a high credit score, they're going to be conservative because you don't have a relationship. I always tell people, give it about 90 days, open up a personal account, open up multiple accounts if you can. All right. Give it about 90 days. Then go and apply. And you'll see the difference in terms of the limits they're willing to give you. Okay. Now you also have Veridian. Now, Veridian, again, Veridian Credit Union, it's a non-geo restricted. TransUnion Vantage 3. Okay. And you join the Habitat of Humanities for that card. Now, you also have NASA. NASA is a Vantage 4 Experian. Okay? The thing about it, and they'll let you do a pre-approval as well with NASA. NASA gives out high limits as well. All right? But you have to, again, build that file up. So that's the reason I tell you, I would do the play on these here credit cards that I don't get a no hard inquiry from. And then after I get those, then I would actually start applying for the other credit cards. All right. So I hope that this helps you guys. If you have any questions, click the link in the description. Schedule a one-on-one consultation. Thank you.